another beautiful Sunday, and as you can hear from my voice, I'm down with a flu, a cold, and I just hope you can hear me. And so I must apologize for our time. We were actually scheduled to start at 2 p.m. and so we are an hour late. We apologize. Okay, there are just some uncertainties that you can't control. There are some things that happen that you cannot control, and today it happens to be one of them. So I must apologize. Okay. All right. Uh, that being said, welcome. It's Madness in Life. Um, we are on the farm. It's another Sunday, as usual. I mean, if you've been following us for a while now, you know that we are usually on the farm on Sundays. Okay. So today we want to have a chat. Okay. We just want to have a chit chat together with you. Ask me any question that you want, and I also promise to tell you um, why SmartNursing. Why SmartNursing? It's actually a very interesting and funny story to it. Okay, I just hope that you'll be able to um I don't know. So hello Manuel. My boss.
You know what the ram do? He beat us. Mommy, do you
Hello.
know what the ram do? He beat us.
Okay. No. Hello. Okay. Sorry about that. So sorry about that. So yeah. So we are back. We are back and we are back. Apologies once again for the time, my voice. For the background, you already know that it's Sunday and Sundays are farm days. Okay. So basically, we just want to talk about why smart nursing and then maybe a few things. I mean, there's been a few developing stories here and there about nursing, and well, I don't know. Sometimes they make you feel, what should I call it? When you're not being valued for all the services you render, you feel like you're killing yourselves, and then I mean, it's sad. Okay, it's sad. Well, so maybe we might get into that later. But so, yes, the big question for today is why smartness? I don't know. I don't know what exactly to say. But then um I completed nursing school how many years ago? More than a decade ago. That was in 2010. That was in 2010. Yeah, just give me a minute, guys. Just 1 minute. Let me adjust my. I think we. I don't know, for some reason, my resolution seems to be very dark. Okay. So yeah, like I was saying, about a decade and 2010, that's how many years ago? That's like 15 years ago, right? I'm actually an oldie. I completed nursing 15 years ago. And if I compare the tuition, um, let's say the components of my curriculum, the courses that we took then, to what I met on the job, was a big different. Okay, it was quite different. And so, well, from there, in 3 years after that, I had to do a first degree, and then later I had to do what we call in Ghana the residency program for nurses, or the specialization for nurses. Now, depending on the country you find yourself in, your uh, your pathway or your process might be different. Okay, in terms of education, in terms of career development, it might be different from mine. But in Ghana currently, we have the two. Either you're going the clinical or you're going the educational way. You want to be a nursing tutor or you want to remain in clinical practice. Okay, so if you want to remain in clinical practice, then there is a need to specialize. All right, so I think I like clinical work, even though I enjoy teaching sometimes. I prefer to teach on the job. Okay, so I decided to go the clinical way by doing my residency or membership in so the name of the college is Ghana College of Nurses and Midwives in Ghana. And then there is a Ghana College of Physicians and Surgeons, I think, for the doctors. Okay. And then we have the Ghana College for Pharmacists. Yeah, I think we have three colleges like that. So when during my residency, I realized that there were so many, um, should I say gaps? There were so many gaps, and then there were things that we were supposed to have known from the beginning that we now had to learn the hard way. Residency programs are working. You're working and then you're studying at the same time. And so nobody puts you in a classroom to teach you stuff. You have to learn the hard way. Okay. But it was good. It was good because through that, see, we're able to discover a lot of things that we didn't know. And it was very interesting. We had to, so basically you're just given the itinerary for the block. You have your course outline, you have the structure, you know the things that you're supposed to achieve for that block. And you have to find means and ways of learning them, because at the end of the day, you will be examining on them. The exams, trust me, I tell you, they are no joke. Okay. Even though you wouldn't be kept in the classroom somewhere that you are being taught this, and that, you will actually face the battle of the exam, as we call it. So you have to learn. No, find means and ways of learning by yourself. So what did we do? We were a group of 10. Okay, we were 10. So the college has so many specialties, but I did emergency. So I had 9 other course mates, so we were 10 for the country that year. We completed in 2021. So what we did was that we sit down, we look at our course outline, we look at the itinerary, we share it among ourselves. We each try to, how will I say it? Sort of specialize or get used to get well vested in that topic, and then we have sessions that we discuss. And so anytime we are going to do, maybe today if we are doing anything about medicine or medical emergencies, Evelyn is in charge. Then when we are doing surgical emergencies, Esther is in charge, something like that. So that was what we did. And so all the time there was these presentations, and there were constant engagements, and there were group assignments, there were group works. Okay. And so through that you realize that, well, that is hidden something somewhere that you never knew about. Now, if I go back a bit to first degree, it was similar. Were group discussions. Then you realize that sometimes your lecturer will teach something in the class, okay, but then you explain it to a colleague the way you understand it, and they appreciate it better. I don't know if you get what I mean. Sometimes vibing with your colleagues makes you understand things better. Okay. So one person will be like, oh, Evelyn, the way you said this the last time, can you say it again? Okay, because I think I got what you were trying to say. So that was when the teaching and everything started, like on a smaller note. And then we got to the residency. And then during our research, anytime you're researching a topic to come and present on, you go online, and then videos like similar to what we are doing on SmartNursing now helped me a lot. There were a lot of nursing videos, and in fact, my favorite was registered nurse Sarah. I always watch her videos. Like I have a tall list of videos, downloaded videos, because I could I don't know, I could associate with her style of teaching better. Okay. It makes me understand a lot of things in different ways that I never did. Okay. So when I completed school, then I started working. I mean, after I started working as an emergency nurse specialist for a while, you encounter students on the ward, you encounter, I mean, junior staff on the ward, and then you have to explain one or two things. So one day I got up and I was like, okay, why don't I do this? So the YouTube thing was actually something that I've been thinking about for a while, but then not everyone is tech inclined, right? So how to start was the issue. When to start? Is it time now? Do you have the gadgets? Questions like that. I was just, you know, okay, maybe one day I'll do it. One day I'll do it. And on April 15, I don't know, I just got up that day. I don't even know what came over me, and I said, well, let me see. Let me see if I can do something. So I just put a couple of pictures together. I did what is it called? A slideshow, and then I just went on YouTube and posted. I didn't know anything about how to whatever for SEO, anything. I didn't know I had to schedule it for a while. I didn't know I had to add some tags. I knew nothing. I think that video doesn't even have a title, because I just put a slideshow. I went on. I didn't even know. I just clicked public or publish, something like that. And I said, wow, well, there's no going back now. And we've started. And so this is how far we have come. Um, I think we've gotten over, I think about 9,000 views or something, and we have about 600 and something subscribers now. We so my first ever video was actually on April 20th, and so in a few days we should be 2 months, and so I think we've not done bad at all, and I must be very, very grateful to you guys for patronizing us, for um what is the word, for putting up with our for listening to us, for watching our videos, for liking our videos, for sharing our videos, for subscribing. We do not take it lightly at all. We are very, very grateful. Yes, so about 7 weeks or so, 6 weeks, 7 weeks, we've had 600 and something subscribers, and we are very, very grateful. Now, if you have any questions for me, I think you can be bringing them up now, or if you want to join in and ask a question, I think I can bring you up, and then you can ask your question, and we continue. But then there is this thing on my mind that there has been some issues in my country. Well, it's not as if I am selling my country out, or um like you have a problem with your dad and you want everybody to know about it, or you're washing your dirty linen outside. But there's this issue, small issue, very, very small issue about nurses in my country right now, and the government or the employer. And I would like to know, depending on where you're watching us from anyway, I would like to know, what do you think about the nurses in your country? Okay, do they ever go on strike? Have you ever heard nurses going on strike? How about the other healthcare workers in your country? Do they go on strike? Because there is this trend in my country that I don't quite understand. Okay, it's as if we nurses and midwives are supposed to be immune to certain things. As if we are not allowed to complain. Okay, as if we, just keep quiet and work. Whether you have a problem or not, don't talk about it. Like, I seem not to understand. Sometimes you think about these things and it makes you so sad. Okay, because you go to work and then you put in all efforts possible. You do your best, you break your back, you work long hours. Now, when it's time for you to be rewarded and it's not enough, okay, your reward is not enough, it doesn't meet up to the level of work that you've churned out, and you want to complain about it, then you're seen as not being thoughtful. Now, some other people will complain. Hello, hello, Aditi. Hi, you're welcome. All right. So, like I said, it's a Q&A session. Okay. So if you have any questions for me, just go ahead and ask. Okay. All right. So I was saying that I don't understand this problem in the health sector. Okay. So the health sector is hello. I'm from Ghana. I'm actually in Ghana. Thank you. So we have a lot of professions or professional groups in healthcare. All right. Now, one thing we need to understand is that none of those professional groups can ever function without the other. Now, no group or profession is smaller than the other, smaller in the sense that it's beneath the other. They are very distinct people. Hi, Niger, our brothers, you're welcome. Okay, it's actually distinct. Now, doctors are professionals in their own right. They have their job description. They are part of the team. Healthcare practice is a teamwork. Nurses are there. They have roles to play. We have the the laboratory technicians. They are also there. We have the hello Asha. Hello Voices and Views. Ola, you're welcome. Okay. So we have it's okay, sis. You're welcome. I'm glad you're here now. So there are doctors and there are nurses and there are laboratory technicians and there are other groups in the team. Okay. We all play roles. We all contribute to the success of the team. Hi, Aditi. I think I might have missed your question. If you can ask your question again. I think I missed it. Okay. All right. So I think we have a second host here. Quite. Yes, yeah. I'm live recording. Mm. No, you don't have to. Quite. Stop. Quite. So, like I was saying, I'm sorry for that interruption. Okay. So every profession has a role to play in the team. I'm from Ghana. Hi, I'm from Ghana. Now, no profession can function without the other. It's a system. It's an organ system. Okay, it's like a human body. We have the head, the neck. I'm not sure I'm getting your question. I'm actually in Ghana, West Africa. Okay, you're from Niger, so you should know Ghana very well. Your sister's in there. The jollof rice race. Yeah. All right. So no profession can function without the other. And if you try to treat one better than the other, then you're going to do yourself a very, very big dissatisfaction. Very, very big one. If you make some people or you make some other group feel inferior. Hi from India. Hi, India. Namaste. Namaste. Okay. Yeah, so Ghana is in Africa, West Africa. Okay, it's in the western part of Africa, or West Africa. Yeah. So now, if some people complain, if this part of the system, or maybe the doctors are complaining, you should face their complaints, meet them, dialogue with them, understand what they want, and then you guys will meet each other halfway. Same goes for the nurses. Now, I have witnessed a trend, okay, in my country. Like I said, I am not, you know, my country is very beautiful, okay. My leaders, we actually have a new government and they are doing very well. But over the years, we have witnessed this problem that anytime a nurse complains about something, you're being told to, you know, in simple terms, not to talk. It's like, well, you know, your job is about saving lives. Don't complain about money. Don't complain about this. Don't complain about that. But how do you feed? Eh? If you don't have money, how do you feed? Now, nursing studies in the country is not even free. You pay lots of Ghana cedis to train and reach a level. And now you are out and you're working and you're being told that, well, Nightingale started this noble profession to help people. And so don't complain about money. Some other person who also swore the oath to take care of people, also dealing with human beings, human lives, they can complain, they can talk, and it's okay. How is that fair? I want to know. How is that fair? Gone were the days when nurses work, they are back out, they break their back for so many years. They go back retired with nothing. They can't even afford a decent accommodation. They cannot. There is nothing to boast of for so many years of working. Okay? Just because the salary is not good. Now, if you look at the statistics of the nurses that have even left the country alone, that alone should tell you that there is something wrong somewhere. But you're being told that it's a noble profession, so don't talk about it. I just can't understand. So please help me understand. Please help me understand. All right, so yeah, namaste. I actually have an Indian friend. Okay, so what do you want to know about my country? Ghana is a very beautiful country, very beautiful landmarks, a beautiful landscape. You know, there are lots of natural resources, a lot of natural reserves. In case you want to come and visit for, you know, a holiday or vacation, there are waterfalls, there are animal sanctuaries like the monkey sanctuary, we have a bird sanctuary, there are mountains. The highest mountain in West Africa, I think, is in my country. That's Mount Gemi. It's actually in my region. It's actually in Volta region where I come from. So we have 16 regions. Okay. And then it used to be 10, but now it's 16. So we have 16 regions. And yes, so we have Mount Gemi, Mount Afajato. We have waterfalls, Blee Waterfall, Kintampo Waterfalls. There are so many. We have the Kakum National Park that have trees age like over 100 years old. There is actually a very beautiful and scary canopy walk there. I went there once and I was screaming, "Where's my mom?" I was like, "Mommy, why are you?" I was asking myself what I was doing there. But it was a very nice adventure. Okay, you see kids jumping on the canopy walk here and there. It's so high, so very high in the sky that you don't attempt to look down. You try looking down and you might even fall. You will pass out before you know. But it's a very beautiful experience. Very, very beautiful experience. What else? We have so many. There are, so like I said, we have 16 regions. There are some regions in the north that you have these beautiful mosques, beautiful parks, natural parks with a lot of animals, okay, like the safaris, and is very, very good. And so, Voices and Views with Ola is here. Um, Pardon me, guys. I'm still getting used to this tech thing. So, Ola, can you come up so that I can just add you? Yeah, right. But if you have a question, though, thank you, Aditi. I hope I am pronouncing your name right. So visit my country one time. I actually like pani puri. I like pani puri. Okay. So visit my country one time and bring along some pani puris that we can eat. Okay. Yes. So like, if you have any questions though, you can just ask some question. You can ask your question and then we move on. Yeah. Yes, pani puri is actually, I tasted it once. There was a lot of flavors. I can't remember. There were lots of flavors. I mean, I tasted a lot of foods, but pani puri is the only one got stuck here. There was some nice fried rice. Yes, there were so many things, but the pani puri never left. Okay, it had this. There was one that had something like ice cream on top. They broke it. They had to create a hole inside, and they poured ice cream, and then they are putting. It was very nice. Yeah. So I'm a nurse. Okay, I'm a nurse. I work at the emergency unit at a hospital here in Ghana. Yes. Yeah. So, like I was saying, I want to know, like I want to know in other countries, okay, what you think about your nurses. Are they doing great? Do you think that nurses need to, yeah, I know, right? Indian sweets are famous, yeah. Do you think nurses are not recognized much? Because I don't understand. You do a lot of work, and at the end of the day, I don't know. I don't know where the problem is. I think I might have to find out. Okay, is it about the training? Is it about the mentality? Maybe it's about the genesis of the whole thing. Okay, because it was born out of caring for people. It was born out of so with the history of nursing, okay, Nightingale was actually caring for people during this war called the Crimean War. So people were wounded, and then she will get up in the night with her lamp. Okay, so if you know of Nightingale, she has this lamp that she always uses at night then she will go and take care of these people. That was actually how nursing came about. So it was more of a good Samaritan job, sort of, you're doing it out of goodwill, and then it's it's like you're saving humanity, and you're not expecting anything in return. Like from the beginning, that was how it was. But then as things got evolved, everything has changed. Even mission hospitals charge for services. Even mission hospitals charge for services. Mission hospitals that were actually set up for mission hospitals were actually built to take care of people for free. They were built by these missionaries who came with the word of God, and it was a way of helping the community. And through that, they still propagated the gospel and all that. But as time goes on, maintaining the hospital equipment, maintaining the environment, procuring drugs, procuring more beds, so many logistics have come into play. And then they have to charge for services. All right. So now they are charging for services. How much more the people who are caring for this sick patient? Let me tell you, there are a lot of things that nurses go through that we don't know. A lot of emotional, physical, verbal abuse on daily basis. And there is nobody to talk to. You are always encouraged to act as a professional, because at all times your profession will be held, in front of you. So that if you're dealing with a patient, or you're dealing with a relative, a patient's relative, or you're dealing with somebody who is not in your profession, even if you are right, you might be seen as being wrong. So you can hear statements like, oh, nurses are rude, and they don't respect, they don't you know they don't care about people. I actually heard a statement just a few days ago, just because we see dead bodies every day, we don't value life. How can you say that? If you know the emotional trauma we go through when a patient dies, if only you know. If only you know what we go through when someone dies. Look, your whole day will be spoiled. Unfortunately for you, I don't know about other jurisdictions. Unfortunately for you, where you're finding yourself, there is no one to go and talk to. There is no one to go and then debrief the whole situation to, so you can have some peace of mind and continue your work. So you just have to move on. Someone dies, the next minute you have to take care of another person. All this emotional trauma. You go home and there are so many thoughts in your head. Okay? We go through a lot. Somebody comes and, of course, patients and their caregivers, especially caregivers, when they bring a sick person to the hospital, they are also going through a lot of issues. They are thinking about the financial aspect. They're thinking about their beloved, how that person will sort of get better, whether or not they are getting better. They're thinking about all that. And so because of that, sometimes they displace their anger on you. They can insult you from head to toe. Some will even threaten to beat you. Some will actually beat you. There have been cases where caregivers assaulted nurses. But what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to do nothing, because you understand that the stress they are having is what they are displacing on you. But at the end of the day, you've already received the blows, or you've already received, you've already fallen victim. And who is taking care of you? Nobody. We go through a lot. We go through a lot. And then on so many occasions, we don't talk about them, because obviously there is nobody to talk to. All right. So I want to understand, why is it's a big deal if a nurse complains that, well, there are too many weeks on my work. At least you need to up. Everybody is working for money. Everybody is working for money. Without money, how will you feed? Without money, how will you take care of your children? How will you get a roof over your head? So I cannot go to work, kill myself, so to speak, and at the end of the day, there is nothing to write home about. Somebody will ask in my country, have I gone or have I come? Okay. If you go and roam, do whatever, come back with zero. Then you now come and sit in your room like this, or like this, like this. What have you done? What have you achieved? So you can't tell me that, you can't tell me that I shouldn't complain about money. Right. Okay. That aside, it's still smart nursing. Okay. That was just by the way. And then basically what we are focusing on this channel is nursing tutorials. Like I said, I decided to come up with this because videos like this helped me during my studies or during my school days, and it's still helping me because I mean, as a human being, you can never ever stop learning. There are new things every day. We learn every day as we go. I always remember this story when I was in senior high school. My math teacher once said, everything in this world is about maths. At that time, we didn't know what exactly this man was talking about. He said everything is about mathematics. How can everything be about mathematics? How can everything be about 1 plus 1 or 2 plus 2? Okay, but as you go, you understand better because everything comes with some analysis and calculations in everything that you do. Even if you're walking or you're driving to a particular location, you're thinking about a shortcut or a shorter route to reach wherever you're going to earlier than using the main route. All those things are maths and we don't know about it. Okay, so for me, we learn every day and we grow every day, and so you can never stop learning. And so videos like nursing tutorials, like I said, help me a lot. Anytime I have a question about a particular condition, a particular process, anything related to nursing, be it medicine, surgery, emergency, pediatrics, anything that I am not so sure about, I actually go online and then I look for videos and then I read. Now, we have so many types of learners. There are those that are visual, some are audio visual. For me, I like to watch and listen. Okay, so sometimes I can be playing a video with my, earpiece, a Bluetooth one. I'm walking about, but I'm still listening to. There was this exam that I had to write recently. A very, very, very. You see how I'm finding it difficult to look for words to explain this exam. One of the interesting exams I've ever written in my life. Yes, so why did you create your channel? Yes, so like I said, I created the channel to reach out to, people like me who want some clarification on certain things. There are some things that they teach you in the classroom and they look so abstract to you. some things as attempt as difficult. I know it's in every field. I know it's in every field. For example, if you're a newbie nursing student and then you're being introduced to anatomy and physiology, oh my God, it looks like, what is this? Like, what exactly is this? It looks so complicated, so vague. You don't really know where to start from, you don't know where to end. Okay, and then maybe as you go, you're introduced to pharmacology, and then you're introduced to some drugs, then your pathophysiologists come in, and then some specific topics. They look so abstract to you. And you know that, I know our nursing tutors do a very good job, but there is something we call relearning. You know, you learn something the first time, going back to read that thing or go over again makes it more understanding to you. All right. So the main reason I created this channel is to help, I mean, those kind of people, whether you're a practicing nurse or you are a student nurse who is just getting to, know nursing stuff. This channel is supposed to be um it's supposed to be like a backup, okay? It's supposed to be like a plan B for you from the classroom. You can come here and then also watch our videos, and we hope that they will help you understand what you are being taught or what you actually read by yourself. Now, you need to understand that this is not to replace anything that you're being taught in class or you know already. It is just a way of helping in our own small way for you to understand things better. Videos like this help me, like I said, and I still watch nursing videos every day. And I still learn from nursing videos. Because unfortunately I can't help it. Okay, but it's always better that way. It's always better listening to your colleagues, having so I always discourage I always encourage group discussions. You will never you will be surprised as to what your friend or your classmate is having. Get a topic, get a group. If you're a student, okay, get a group, schedule your time. Maybe you're meeting after class or on weekends at a particular time. Bring a topic up, discuss it among yourselves. Everybody brings their understanding. It adds up to yours. Maybe the time that particular aspect was being taught, your mind went off a bit, okay, and you can't help it. There are so many things on your mind. You just can't help it. And so you didn't quite get that aspect. So during your discussion, your colleague will bring in that to come and what? Support or augment what you already know. Okay, so never ever, if you can, have group discussions. We do a lot of group discussions. I remember when we were in school, even in COVID times when we couldn't meet physically, we do a lot of Zoom discussions. There are so many ways to do it now. And there's a clubhouse, yes. There is Teams. There are so many channels out there that you can use to have discussions, even if you can't meet, physically. and then it helps a big deal. Okay, so that is that about smart nursing. And so we will be, so far we've tried to do some you know videos about some particular aspects of nursing, and then we intend to upload a video every week. We try our best to upload videos every week. Okay, so we will continue to do that with your help. With your help. And so if you haven't subscribed yet to our channel, or you haven't, you know, liked any of our videos, kindly subscribe, go and watch our videos and give us your ideas. In fact, your feedback will actually help us shape the content the way you want it. We know that so far we can't no we can't really give like 5 6 for our video quality, but we are trying. We are trying, and so help us to to do more. So as time goes on, we will be introducing to you, you know, nursing is a very broad, very broad aspect, and that is why specializing is the way to go, because you can't know it all. You can never know it all. And that is why healthcare is all about teamwork. All right. It's all about teamwork. So we will be inviting people from the various fields on specific topics that interest you guys, so they come and share their views, they come and give us their ideas on them. Okay, any questions? Any questions? Any questions? But I already know that we farm as well, right? Yes, I know. I like talking about farming. I don't know. I don't know what I would do if farming farming does not exist. I don't know what I would do if farming does not. There are lots of messages coming in, but we ignore them and then we go. So, any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Hello. What? That's right. Yeah. Thank you. You have to join. Okay. All right, guys. Give me a like if you're here. Okay, so today basically was just to share with you or to tell you about why the channel, and I hope you have a nice time. Okay, we have to go. Okay, okay, okay. It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go. All right. So before I go, I just want to say that nursing is a very beautiful job. Very, very beautiful job. Okay. Apologies for my voice. And yeah, I have never regretted being a nurse. In fact, the satisfaction that comes with being able to sort out a patient is nothing money can buy. It's very beautiful, it's very precious. So encourage others if they want to join nursing. You can always encourage them to join nursing. Like I said some days ago, deciding to pursue nursing is not a dead end. It is not a dead end at all. There are so many opportunities out there. You can always work outside your country as a nurse. All you need to do is just follow the procedures. Like, for example, if you want to work in US as an international nurse, then you need to sit for the NCLEX exam. And then before you sit for the NCLEX exam and get your license, what that NCLEX exam gives you is your license. Before you get your license, you need to verify your how will I say, your schooling, your credentials. You need to verify your credentials. What that means is that there are some particular boards or there's some particular organizations in the US that will have to go through your how do you call it? They will go to the courses that you took in school. They will go through everything and see if it aligns with their practice. Okay, so for example, if you went to a nursing college in Ghana, your school will have to send your certificate and also your courses that you offered in school. You send it to them, and then they will go through, compare, and see if it's a line or is the same or similar to what they do in the US. Now, if they are satisfied, they will give you a confirmation letter issue telling you that they are satisfied with your job, or they're satisfied with the education that you've had so far. Then you can now go ahead, register for the exam, schedule the exam, and then take the exam. Take the NCLEX exam. I see you. And take the NCLEX exam. Okay. In Africa right now, you can write in South Africa. You can also write in Kenya. Okay. Yes, is it Kenya? Yeah, I think it's Kenya. But then there are other countries that you can write in, like in India, like in the UK. I mean, there are so many places. Wherever you find yourself, the jurisdiction you find yourself, you can always find out where to take the exam. Then after you've taken the exam, but before you take the exam, you have to register with a board in the US. For example, in my country, we have just one nursing board, and it's called the Nurses and Midwives Council of Ghana. So it's beginning to rain here. I think we have some showers of blessing in the farm. It's good for the farm, isn't it? Thankfully, we are under a shade for now. We are under a shade for now. So the rain is not really touching us yet. Okay. And so after you've registered, you can now register, take your exams, get your license from that board that you registered with, and then hopefully you start your immigration process and you get to work in the US. The UK also has its processes just like that. You can work in the Saudi Arabia, you can work in any other country, okay, apart from your country. So nursing is not a dead end, like I keep saying. So the rain is actually becoming very heavy, and we need to go find a proper shelter. Okay, so just stay with me. Let me go get a shelter. Right? Okay. Here we go. Woo! Oh my God. Hi guys. So we got beaten by the rain. Well, it's good, isn't it? Rain is good for crops, and that's why we are here. So let me see if I can show you. It's beautiful, isn't it? now. The rain has gotten very heavy now. And then, well, it's beautiful. It's raining. The sun is also up. We are happy. As farmers, we are happy because our crops get rain, but then we have to go. Okay, guys. I wish I can show you. Okay, I think it's getting better. I think the rain is coming down. I think the rain is coming down now. Yes, it is coming down now. And let me see if I can show you a little bit. So you can see some maize here. There's some maize. Then there's another maize over there. Okay. There's some plantains up here. Very beautiful. And then you can see yam. Yam. That is beginning to climb. I don't know if you can see it better. If you can see it clear. I just don't know. But there's some yam here. Okay. Yeah. Alright guys, we have to go now. Thank you very much for joining our live farm and rain edition. Bye bye. See you in another video, okay?